Hello and welcome to another edition of the Connected Church News for leaders of nonprofits, churches and faith-based organizations. I'm Nachi Lazarus and this week we have news from LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. This is a show where we bring you the top 5 digital and social media news you need to know for this week in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news is from Instagram. Last week, Instagram announced that you can now save your Instagram live sessions to your IGTV channel right after you finish your live session. Now, this can save a lot of time if you are a regular user of Instagram Live, because I know many ministries do a live session and then they have to download it and then they have to re-upload it to IGTV and to other places. Now, this will save time because you can directly save to IGTV. This not only saves time, but it also opens up new workflows where you can, while saving to IGTV, you can select your preview option and save that footage on your newsfeed. It can appear on your newsfeed, and of course it can also appear on your stories directly. So from one content you can now have your presence on all the other areas of Instagram. So I highly recommend you check out this new feature if you plan to use Instagram in the days to come, which you should, considering Instagram is one of the fastest growing channels out there in the social media space. Our next news is from Facebook. Last week, Facebook announced that they are expanding their brand safety controls, which gives advertisers better control over where their ads appear within in-stream placements. There are different placement options within Facebook, and one of them is in-stream placements. This announcement is about giving better control for that particular type of placement, and now Facebook gives you control, like you can whitelist publishers, content whitelist, and you can exclude live streams and so on. All these options and tools are available in the brand safety control interface, which you can find in Business Manager. And there is also an overview page which will show all your ad accounts and the status of their brand safety controls. Each ad account's status is also displayed in that page. Our next news is from LinkedIn. LinkedIn has now officially released its own native polls option. Polls are a very good way of collecting feedback from your social media audience, and it's also a great tool to increase engagement in your channel. So if you are a nonprofit or a ministry that uses polls regularly on other channels, and if your audience are also on LinkedIn, then this might be a tool that you definitely want to check out, because it's one thing to have polls in other channels like Instagram and Facebook, but it's a whole new thing when it happens on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional platform, and the audience who are going to respond to your poll are people who actually work in that space, people who are of a very different profile than what you would find, or even people with a different mindset, what you would find in other channels. So do check this out. I think it's a great way for you to increase engagement and also get valuable feedback from your audience. Our next news is about TikTok. We have 2 news items about TikTok this week. One is the release of a youth portal, which is a space where TikTok wants to educate teens and their parents about internet safety and also the tools and controls that they have within TikTok. So if you are in a ministry that ministers to teens or kids in that age group, then this is something you might want to check out from a digital ministry perspective. The other big news is Disney's streaming head, Kevin Meyer, has joined TikTok as the new CEO. So he has quit Disney and he's joined TikTok. He's also going to be the COO of the parent company ByteDance. And what I wanted to share with you is the quote, an interesting quote that he has given, which says, "I was happy with my job at Disney. The magnitude of this opportunity was just something I couldn't pass up." Now, you know what is happening with TikTok and all the buzz and the action around it, especially during this COVID season. So if you're a ministry that has not yet tried out TikTok or is still on the wall, then time to check out. Our final news of this week is from Twitter. Last week, Twitter officially released a new feature in which it lists retweets with comments separately. This is a very interesting, useful feature where now below your tweet you will see a total retweet count, and then you click on that, you will see a separate space where retweet with comments and retweet without comments, the basic retweet, is listed. So this can be really useful because it's one thing to retweet your tweet, but it's another thing to retweet and comment about it. And you, as a person who has put out that content, would like to know who has commented, what have they commented, and if you might want to engage with them because they are the people who are really talking about your content. So this might be a very useful feature, and I highly recommend you check it out if you use Twitter. Well, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. If you'd like to dig deeper into any of the stories we talked about, we've got all the source links and details in our news page, nachilazarus.com/news. Do check it out. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected, stay blessed, and stay safe. God bless you. Bye-bye.